All summer long, they've been dreaming of Williamsport, Pennsylvania, in Pittsburg, Kansas, in Coon Rapids, and Andover, Minnesota. If that dream wants to continue, you gotta win today. J.L. Hutchinson Little League, the state champions of Kansas, against the state champions of Minnesota. No matter what, they will be dancing. We are down to 7 teams of the 8 in the Midwest region. One already eliminated earlier on today. In less than 2 hours or so, we're going to be down to 6 more teams with those Williamsport dreams left in the region, which started with the 8 different states. If you're here, you're a state champion of one of these states. And we have here in this game Pittsburg, Kansas, the state champions of Kansas, against Coon Rapids, Minnesota, out of the suburbs of the Twin Cities. And we welcome you here to Whitestown, Indiana. He's Dane and Hughes. I'm Cooper Boardman. So glad you're with us. You feel the pressure.
Yes.
Every day you feel a little something more, and we have here in this one an elimination game to keep the summer going.
Well, you noticed the distance of those teams, and these teams specifically, they did not come here for a short visit. They'd like to extend their time here in Whitestown, and they're going to play a different brand of baseball. We may not see the balls flying out of the park between these two teams, but we may see some speed displayed on the base paths. It should be fun.
Sounds like Little League baseball to me. We'll see it from J.L. Hutchinson Little League of Kansas and Coon Rapids Andover Little League of Minnesota. With this batting order, they scored 2 runs against Missouri. They actually had a lead in their first game for most of it. 4 runs late from Missouri in the comeback, led by Logan Zilmer, Levi Roberts, and Wesley Hodgson at the top against the ace. Kansas decided not to throw their ace in game 1, so Mav Arnett starts the game to keep the summer going.
A little bit of a chess match for the boys from Pittsburgh. We'll see what they can do in this elimination game. Maverick Arnett, their ace on the pitching staff, one of the better athletes on this field.
Now you can see velocity on pitch number 1 to Logan Zilmer.
So he's one of the more consistent pitchers they have. A good curveball to complement that fastball, as we see right there, a 4-seam fastball to get up into the upper 60s.
Has to feel good to have your number 1 guy on the mound in a game you have to win.
Yeah.
Hard hit, center field, base hit. That's the start for Minnesota. Logan Zilner, who had a triple in game 1, starts it with a single.
Zilner, the only lefty on this team and in this lineup, gets it started quickly for Minnesota. One of the faster kids as well, so we may see that speed on display.
You said it off the top that this is a game about teams that love to put the ball in play. They like to take the extra 60 feet. We've seen 4 pitches and 2 swings, and Levi Roberts just took his first swing. The first he saw. Chick-fil-A guy, respect, 0-2.
That's been a common theme throughout this weekend in this region. Watching guys' aggressive approach in the batter's box early. I mean, even some of the teams that have lost, we watched Kearney lose, they went 0-2, but you look at their production in the early innings, early swings and at-bats. That affects everybody else. When you have leadoff guys like Logan Zilmer that is out there swinging the bat, guess what? Everyone else, Levi, Wesley, Brady, as they get up, they're going to have a little bit more confidence as well.
I think what you're describing, too, these teams have all won a ton of games, right? They're all their state champions. That's what good teams do. Levi Roberts down the line, fair ball, skipping towards the corner. Zilner goes first to third. The throw goes all the way to third. A single, a double to start it for Minnesota.
Excellent swing, hands inside the ball, drive it where it's pitched on the outside part of the plate. You can see right there. And he drives it over the first baseman's head, and the speed displayed out of the batter's box. No hesitation for Levi Roberts as he skirts into second base.
Minnesota, state champions, Coon Rapids Andover Little League, dressed in white, road team in this elimination game. Just north of downtown Minneapolis. They won their way out of districts, won their way out of states. They outscored opponents 131-26 on the way here. Hard hit at third. Nice play. Cameron Lundy across the diamond after he checked the runner back.
This is a hot shot to third base, and Cameron Lundy getting it done. Freezes the runner. Strike thrown to first base. Should say it's Coon Lundy.
Brother Cameron, been on this team. Cohen, back for a second straight year. 7 of the 12 Little Leaguers on this team. For Kansas, were here in this regional last year. Lost out in that regional, came back here. A little bit bigger, a little bit faster, a little bit stronger. Arnett, this is low. 2-1 on Brady Young, the catcher for Minnesota.
Brady, one of the guys in this lineup that has displayed some power. Takes another pitch on the inside part of the plate. Hitters count here 3-1.
They feel like everybody in their top 6 can hit a home run out of the ballpark. This is in play, third base side, another tough play. Lundy kept it in front, and everybody's safe. He's a little frustrated, but it's a good job he kept the runner at third base, and he'll try it again on the infield single.
And good smart base running by Zilmer at third base, not to try to take the chance of scoring the first run. Just a slow roll to third base, keep it in front of you. Don't think he would have had a chance to make a play on Brady at first base anyway. It's going to go down, and it's another hit. 3 hits on the inning for Minnesota.
And now, Hammond the Hammer. John Cena-esque nickname for Rye Hammond. 5'6", 12-year-old who's earned that nickname by homering a bunch this summer. This Minnesota team has had core kids playing together since they were 8 years old. State champions 3 out of the 4 years they've played together. And then point down at first. He didn't go. Volunteer umpiring crew today: Jeremy Oakley behind the plate, Eric Brown at first, Larry Babcock at second, and Phil Levite, the crew chief, down at third. 2-1 in play, up the middle, it is through, and Minnesota's on the boards, and the runner throw is offline. 2-run knock for Rye Hammond.
Runners in scoring position, you need the production, and Rye Hammond gets it done. Nice poke up the middle, errant throw by the center fielder Dylan Spencer allows that second run to score for Minnesota.
Talked about it earlier. If you're playing today, you lost game 1, and a lot of them lost in a variety of different ways. For Minnesota, they were up 2-0, 4 runs from Missouri in the 4th inning, and you lose 4-2. They didn't do a lot offensively late. This is a complete change of tone right from the start.
Yeah. That's what you love to see. No hangover effect for these kids. They enjoy the game. You know, you have a tendency as maybe you get older, you start to overthink things. They don't. They just come and show up and play. Have fun.
Grebner the other way. Man coming to the plate. The throw goes there. Now we got a run down. Here we go. Throw to third. The tag applied. They got him. Brady Young, the catcher, controlled that play. The tag from Lundy. And they're 2 down.
How about Michael Anthony at first base? The presence of mind to try to chop down the runner before scoring that 3rd run, and then the pickle ensued, and Cohen Lundy applies the tag for the 2nd out.
The throw from the catcher, Andrew Akins, who made the play. And they're 2 down. Could have been 3-0.
Cohen Lundy was the catcher last year. They transitioned him, which you'll see a lot, especially even going all the way up through college. Catchers can play third base as well.
Big swing, right center field, caught out there and right by Farabi to end the inning, retiring Smith Pettycourt after 2 runs on this swing from Rye Hammond.
Rye Hammond hits it right back up the middle. Put their foot on the gas pedal, and Minnesota does so in the first inning. 2 runs scored.
The boys from Pittsburg, Kansas, population just over 20,000 in the southeastern part of the state, right along the Missouri border. Founded first as a coal mining camp in the 1870s, and today the home of the Pittsburg State Gorillas. Great football program there. It's a place that a lot of these kids between last year and this year have worked out at to get better at baseball, just about everything. 7 of the 12 players you see here in this Pittsburgh lineup were here last year in the regional where they didn't win a game. Well, that's stuck in their minds. They worked all year long at Pitt State, and here they are with a chance to win for the first time. Maverick Arnett, the pitcher, here last year, takes a strike.
Pittsburg State, a great school down in Pittsburg, Kansas.
Arnett got it down, really tough play. Levi Roberts did not get him at first. See if we get our first review on the first play at the bottom of the first.
Maverick Arnett helping his cause early, leading off the game with a perfectly placed bunt and the speed on display down to first base. They're not going to review this. Looks like it was pretty darn close.
Dylan Spencer pulls it back. Again, you get 2 challenges. Minnesota decides not to use one. Now Dylan Spencer, also here last year, one of the fastest players on the team. Let's see how fast. Roberts gets it to first. And Arnett took a turnaround second, then goes back. Small ball from J.L. Hutchinson Little League. We've seen that the last few years here.
I can appreciate this. I love the idea of putting pressure on the defense early. Yeah, the pitch count doesn't get up. Levi's only thrown 4 pitches at this point, but the defense is definitely on alert. Now you have a runner in scoring position.
5th time in 6 years that J.L. Hutchinson Little League has been here. Pittsburg, Kansas. That has a corner, 1-1 on Zach Brown. Pittsburg, Kansas, named after Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Without the H.
No H.
No H.
So you think they're like, all right, we're going to name it after Pittsburgh, but somebody just verbally said it, right, out loud, and then they go, all right. Somebody was just taking it down. P-I-T-T-B-U-R-G.
Shout out to the Pit. Gave them a nice going away dinner restaurant in Pittsburgh.
I think they're watching right now on ESPN Plus. Curve is outside. Lee Torben, our outstanding statistician, hands me a note. Says at one time Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania had no H. There you go. Caught and a miss. Brown down swinging, 1 away. It's not just stats from him. That's unreal.
Yeah. Excellent offering here by Levi. Fastball up and in.
He's got velo. You can see it out of that right arm. He's kind of slings it in there.
Nice loose arm. Tall, rangy. I remember being called lanky when I was in high school, and I was offended. I didn't know what it meant, but it didn't sound good. Then I went home immediately and looked it up in the dictionary. It's like, yeah, I'm never going to be lanky again. So I'm not going to call anybody lanky.
Crew Jacquino fouls it back. As someone with some lank next to you.
There you go.
You know, sometimes you just got to accept where you are. Rangy.
I immediately went home and had some Oreos.
Crew Jacquino takes a strike. If you were with us in game one, you know what? I'm not even. Forget it.
just let it pass.
2-2. Swinging a high fly ball deep towards center. Blunt back on it. He makes the catch in front of the wall to take 2 bases away from Jacquino. Look at this play.
This is how you track a fly ball. Youngsters watch. Drop step, speed, secured the 3rd out. Great job by Blunt.
The Little Leaguers out of Coon Rapids, Andover Little League in Minnesota. 64,000 in Coon Rapids. A lot of the Little Leaguers are actually from Andover, right next door, but they combine them. 2 towns along the Mississippi River, including the historical Dam Regional Park. More you know. We were saying there are so many teams, and this is Midwest Geography 101 that you didn't ask for, but there's so many teams here that are situated along the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
Course. 20 miles north of downtown Minneapolis, state champions for the first time at the 12U level. These kids won the state championship 3 out of the 4 years they were eligible to do it, at 8U, 9U, and 11U. And the coolest part about it is they've kept that group together. There were 9 kids when they were 8 years old that won a state championship. And here they are, with Rainen Kramer in the box, and puts it in play up the middle at short for Jacquino, and he retires the first man in the 2nd inning. But they're back here, and they've been dreaming for years of playing in this regional, and here they are.
Yeah, been together, as you mentioned, since they were 8U. They lost the state as 10U, but there's something to be said about staying together, sticking together, battling through that adversity, and being able to still get back to this stage.
Parker Thule. Big swing and a miss. Got a hit the other day for Minnesota. One of their few hits Well, it was a 2-run effort against Missouri. Now Barnett deals low, 1-2.
You see Parker choking up on the bat with 2 strikes. Trying to shorten his swing, takes one on the outside part of the plate. Great location there, too tough to take with 2 strikes. The backwards cave for the second out. You see, right there, breaking ball on the outside. Andrew Akins, the perfect frame.
Weston Britt's the batter against Matt Barnett. One of the big things that Pittsburgh talked about between last year and this year has been pitching. You know, they felt like that they had not really kept up as well as they wanted to in last year's regional. And so much of that work they did at Pitt State was about working on the arms. And this kid, Matt Barnett, their ace, their best athlete probably, did the work all winter long, dreaming of a chance to pitch on this mound again in Whitestown, Indiana.
With the outstanding facilities at Pitt State, they have the luxury of having the ability to go indoors and get that extra work, and coming into this region more confident than they did last year. There's another pitch dotted on the outside by Arnett.
He's retired 4 in a row. He's in a 3-2 count, and the pitch is put in play to the right side, stabbed nicely by the second baseman Zilmer, and that is 1-2-3 for Matt Barnett in the second.
Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and a slice of sports paradise. Hammered, gone! Up and out of Williamsport.
Are you kidding me? Lay out like a superhero.
Great baseball ahead. Here we go.
Days, 10 long days till Williamsport, Pennsylvania. See the champions by state, California with 8 of them. So the leader out of this region is Michigan with the 2 titles. 1959, Hamtramck defeated West Auburn Little League of Auburn, California in black and white. And then most recently, the 2021 Little League World Series champions. This goes down the line. That's foul. Definitely foul. 21, Taylor, Michigan. Champions over West Side Little League of Ohio, we saw here. And we'll see again tomorrow. And all these kids here Even in the elimination game in the Midwest region, still very much alive for Williamsport, PA. Cohen Lundy takes what's called the ball 1-1. And it's right-hander Levi Roberts. Good breaking ball there.
Nice breaking ball by Levi, coach's son. One of the calm kids on this roster.
In play right side, bouncing through. Second Kansas hit. Cohen Lundy on to start the second.
Cohen Lundy, the best dancer on the team. Drives one past the second baseman here. I like that we're seeing both pitchers just pound the zone, challenge the batters. Yeah, you're going to get some hits. 4 hits on the afternoon so far in these first couple of innings.
Jamison Wachter, Jay for short, the second baseman. You and I sat here last year and watched Pittsburg, Kansas talk to their kids and their coaches. They lost both games. And again, we talked about how it's fueled them throughout the what you would call the off season. And you talk to their manager, Bubba Lundy, as that swung on a miss, Wachter down on strikes, that they were nervous. Like, there were so many 11-year-olds, kids that were even younger, that the moment was a big thing. And this is a team that looks, and I mean this in the best way possible, completely different than the one we saw last year.
What a difference 1 year makes in the experience of being here.
Bunt from Akins, third baseman's got to make a play, and Grebner does.
What a smooth play by Grebner at third base. Made it look so easy, throwing on the run. Good mobility shown. Really good third baseman in this region so far.
Yes, it's fun. You know that everybody's going to be bunting. Got to make plays. This is foul past him. But do you remember that as an athlete? Like, you know, something happened and it fueled you for an off season to work harder?
Absolutely. All the way up through the professional ranks for me.
Down the line, foul ground, foul.
Good quality swings by Ryder in the batter's box as well.
Ryder Gomez at a home run in district play. Got a man on second. Chase, that's in the dirt, got to make the play, and they do. Brady Young on the throw down at first. The strikeout for Levi Roberts keeps it 2-0 Minnesota through 2. On a perfect Sunday afternoon in Whitestown, Indiana. It was 84 degrees at first pitch. You have to like knock on wood when you say things like this, but what a wonderful weather couple of days. The Little League games that we've had, Sour Patch Kids, cotton candy, everything in hand. This has been a really, really fun few days. There's still almost a week to go.
Are you a Sour Patch Kid guy or
yeah, but I only eat the yellow
guy?
ones.
You only eat the yellow ones.
Yeah. I don't mess with the red ones or anything like that. Braden Blunt takes a strike. Cotton candy, I'm in.
Okay.
That's one of those things that you think, like, you never realize kind of like the last time you've had cotton candy. But
I can't tell you when the last time I had cotton candy. Had to be decades ago.
It's probably for the best for all of us involved. Braden Blunt takes low. 11-12 and then 1 in the Minnesota continuous batting order. Right-hander Mav Arnett just delivered a scoreless second, but he walks the leadoff man, Blunt, to begin the third inning. What have you liked about the way Mav Arnett's thrown the ball so far?
I think he's shown great poise on the mound. He's attacked the zone. That was the first walk he's had. And at that age, as you mentioned, the experience from last year being here, but then the fearless nature and approach of still coming out, being the #1, knowing there's a little bit of pressure that comes with being the top arm on this roster, and then still going out and challenging the batters.
2 bunts, both fell from Wyatt Niska. Hey, we're talking cotton candy. This is a direct quote from the questionnaire from Wyatt Niska. Wyatt led the team with the largest consumption of seeds in an inning. Hacking, fair ball. That's a bunt, basically. And he complete the play. Brady Young. Wyatt Niska moves the runner to second base, gets the job done.
A little unconventional with the swinging bunt here, but still moves the runner. Good hustle out of the batter's box, and then Andrew Akins again on display with a good arm, mobility behind the plate as well.
Top of the Minnesota lineup now. This is the one-hitter, Logan Zillmer. Loves to go the other way. Got a pitch to do it, went back up the middle, squeaked it through. They're going to send the runner. The throw is cut off, and that's an RBI single. Logan Zillmer, 3-0.
At top of the lineup, getting it done. Zillmer with the second hit of the afternoon, just past Arnett. Now, kind of question the cutoff here because there's a strong throw from center field. Dylan Spencer might have had a chance at cutting down the runner. That third run scoring there. I think we'll have a trip to the mound. Seeing Maverick on the mound, he's maybe showing some frustration. So an opportunity for the coach to settle everybody down, especially their #1 pitcher.
I'm with you there on the throw to the plate. You do get it. You want maybe a bigger inning, so you keep Zillmer first base.
Yeah, I understand, you know, the thought, but I think they might have had a chance. It would have been a bang-bang play, potentially, especially with the strong throw from Spencer in center field.
Cameron Lundy, Kansas manager. He goes by Bubba. He said if we call him Cameron, there are going to be a lot of people back home being like, who the heck is that? Line shot, that's off a glove into center field. Levi Roberts has annihilated 2 baseballs.
And Levi Roberts again with his second hit of the day. And there you go, fastball down the middle, drive it back up the middle, right off the glove of Jack Winnett at shortstop. Wes
Hodgson now. Minnesota told us that Wes Hodgson, the batter right now, hit the furthest ball they've ever seen a 12-year-old hit. And he rips one down the line. That'll roll for a while. Zilmer in, Roberts around third. Wes Hodgson, 2-run triple.
Now we're getting to the meat of the order, and Wesley Hodgson drives a hanging breaking ball down the left field line. Great balanced power swing there by Hodgson. And then the speed on display.
Young to the gap. That is down. More runs for Minnesota. Hodgson home. RBI double. Brady Young. They are cooking.
Second time through the lineup, the top of the lineup getting the job done. A good swing there. Again, power on display. Not leaving the park, but the scouting report does say that this team has the ability for extra base hits. That's their second of the afternoon right there.
Be the last pitch for Mav Harnett. The RBI double from Brady Young. 8 hits as we play in the 3rd inning on a 4 spot. The resilience from these Minnesota Little Leaguers. They scored 2 runs against Missouri in game 1. You've seen no bit of that hanging into game 2. Folks, you can find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and of course TikTok at the official handles. That's at Little League. And don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. Look, they're all doing it.
They're coachable, just like the kids.
Hashtag LLWS. Dayton gave us a hashtag LLWS. What was that, yesterday? Have you done one today?
I didn't do one today.
What are we doing?
I'm slipping. I'm all over the interweb.
Oh, no doubt. We got to get you on TikTok.
Think so?
No.
They've gone. He had to rethink that real quick now.
Yeah, I just I thought I was like playing that out in my mind. Ryder Gomez is the new Kansas pitcher. Man on second, 1 out. Rye Hammond takes strike 1. 2-run single for Rye. Hammond the hammer back in the 1st.
Rye has shown a lot of power as well. Had a 2-run single. Just good sized kids for Minnesota. Very imposing in the batter's box.
Two to the big man. Ooh, fastball low, got away. And Young goes down to 3rd. Even there, you could see the velo from Ryder Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez has a breaking ball with fastball. He likes to lean on upper 60s with that fastball.
First sign he saw, he liked. Here it comes. And this is high down the left field line. Hit far. Foul. You watch him throw that fastball. You can't imagine him getting off the fastball.
Especially with 3-2 count. Takes a lot of guts to come back. When you see a batter pull a fastball that far foul, you're usually a good setup for a breaking ball. But with a 3-2 count, not sure that Ryder's going to throw that.
Went high on the fastball, got a pop up, left side pitcher, third baseman makes the play. Cohen Lundy, 2 down. get a courtesy runner for the catcher, Brady Young. So Hammond, who just popped out, will go over there to third base. 2 outs in the third, 4 runs in the inning. For Coon Rapids Andover Little League, dressed in white, state champs of Minnesota. And now the hardest kid to strike out in the Minnesota lineup, Adam Grebner. Saw him put it in play back in the first inning. Rocky IV, his favorite movie.
Which Rocky is your favorite?
4.
4? You don't like Clubber Lang? Rocky 3 action?
I gotta be honest, I think I ran out of gas after 2.
What year did Rocky IV come out?
Oh, man. Ivan Drago, you will lose.
Cut and miss, 2-2.
Like that's 80s. He's 12.
He's got an old soul.
Love it.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. In the center, but caught. Leaping grab by Crew Jacquino. Ends an inning where Minnesota scores 4 times. They lead at 6-0. Girls with Game, 3 o'clock Eastern. The summer of softball available on LittleLeagueSoftball.org. Great content, info about starting a softball league and more. The Little League Softball World Series Championship game is in 47 minutes. 3 o'clock Eastern time. Central champion Owensboro, Kentucky, who won out of this region, against Clayton, North Carolina. That's on ABC, ESPN app, of course. Again, 3 o'clock Eastern time. Owensboro, Kentucky, trying to be the first Central champion since Wheelersburg, Ohio, 8 years ago in 2018. As that's fouled back by Carson Farabi. The numbers on the Kentucky run are absurd. Players that were stars, again, on this field. They converted from softball to baseball in between softball and baseball regionals. Michaela Knight, they call her Curly, in Greenville, has thrown 19 1/3 innings and allowed 1 earned run. Has 0.31 for scoring at home. Presley Roberts, who's a star here, hit .625 so far. Again, 3 o'clock Eastern on ABC to be the world champions of Little League Softball. Until then, hang out with us as Levi Roberts makes the play. Minnesota leading 6-0 over Pittsburg, Kansas.
Number 34, first baseman Michael Anthony.
Michael Anthony takes outside. Levi Roberts so far, Dana, has been awesome.
Yes, he has. Really doing a nice job getting ahead of batters, although he threw the first ball there, really in attack mode. And now with the comfort of a 6-run lead, offense producing in the fashion that it has, is able to even be more aggressive.
Even with nobody on base, he goes out of the stretch.
And that's a good way to teach young pitchers, just to be able to have good body controls. There you see off speed there from Levi, breaking ball.
Is that like it kind of simplifies everything?
I always just teach 4 steps. The 4 steps: coming set, your knee kick, your drive, your follow through. You just simplify it. And actually you've seen that even be more prevalent at the major league level, where pitchers, starters are just going for, not going from the windup, just going from the stretch.
In play, right side, in front of you. Very nice from Wes Hodgson. Play it with the body if you gotta. They're 2 down.
Number 24, Dylan Scheffelbein.
How good's Roberts been? That was just the 2nd time of the 10 batters he's faced where he's thrown 2 balls to one of those batters. Dylan Scheffelbein, right side, foul ground, but caught by Niska. Brand new right fielder in the ball game. And another 1-2-3 inning for Levi Roberts and Minnesota. The drive from Minneapolis to Indianapolis, about 9 hours. And if you take the right route on I-74, you could stop at Field of Dreams in Dyersville, Iowa. Ghosts are watching. And how cool is this? They got to play on the field. They literally played in the Field of Dreams. Summer of dreams for these little leaguers from Minnesota, and a game of catch that I imagine they will never forget in their lives.
The coach said they watched the movie a couple of days before taking the trip, so got to soak every aspect of it up. Lifetime memories created.
You know what they say, if you build it,
it will come, yes.
And they have built this today. Over 3 innings, 6 runs on 8 hits. Maybe some of the ghosts on the Field of Dreams help them. Hannes Wagner whispering good luck. Can you just imagine being like an 11-year-old kid? Especially, I feel like too, you know, it's one thing to watch a movie. A movie is extraordinary. But especially in these last few years, I feel like it's, you know, they played the Field of Dreams games, the Tim Anderson walk-off game for the White Sox a few years ago. So it's even more kind of in the, I've seen my heroes play here, and now I get to.
Yeah, one thing you always wonder, you know, at our ages now, is if the kids really absorb, you know, what they've gone through, that experience.
It's out of
They
play.
should treasure it. And shout out to the parents and the coaches making it happen too.
Moonlight Graham spent a good amount of time in Minnesota in his life. But it is true. It's like, you know, we showed the parents a second ago. You ask the coaches when you talk to them about, like, has it like set in even for you as an adult? Who knows how special this is and how cool it is? And there's so many logistics, right? Like, you got to get the kids. I mean, 9-hour drive, find a way to get to Field of Dreams, paperwork, all these different things. But there absolutely has been moments for them where it's just like, yeah, like I'm never going to forget this. They're never going to forget this for the rest of our lives. Smith Petticourt strikes out on the fastball from Ryder Gomez.
How about Ryder Gomez coming in, throwing gas? Fastball, breaking ball, working well for him. Good presence on the mound as well.
Rainan Kramer just got a piece of something with that velocity. Manager for Minnesota, Ben Roberts, was, you know, his son Levi's starting pitcher today, one of the best players on this Minnesota team. The thing that jumped out to him was, you've been coaching these kids for 8 years, since they were 8 years old. And so they go from kids that like are just learning how to move their bodies and pitch and control the game that isn't T-ball themselves to what we're watching right now. It's an amazing 4-year period to watch them grow.
And how cool is it from our perspective that we're here for the 2nd consecutive year, and as you mentioned in the open, seeing the maturation, the difference from 1 year to the next. Gives a lot of credit to the coaching, because they were one type of player last year, they're a different type of player this year, and you'll see it continue on.
2-2 to Kramer. In play, left side. That's a fair ball. Lundy. I mean, Pittsburgh, Kansas is that team, and like that play right there is a great example of it, of a huge defensive step that they've taken.
Cohen Lundy at third base. Another fine play for him.
Parker Thule now. Oh, 2. Ryder Gomez trying to give Pittsburgh, Kansas their second 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon. And he does. Straight gas. Strikes out 2 in the inning and keeps this a 6-0 game.
Ryder Gomez, fastball working. So effective on the mound now, getting some momentum back to the dugout of Pitt.
center field, Blunt.
Game 2 of 4 in Whitestown, Indiana today. 2 Midwest region elimination games. Great Lakes later on tonight. 4:30, get our first look at Jasper, Indiana, the home state team, against Hamilton, Ohio, who made one heck of a statement in their first game. And 7:30, another chance to see the boys from Michigan against Illinois. Big swing, deep right center field, back towards the wall, and the outfielder's gonna have to chase this. Landon Omi, leadoff triple.
Had several extra base hits, not just in this game, but in the games throughout this weekend. But I don't know if we've had one from the number 12 hitter, Landon Omi, getting it done. A one hopper to the fence, cruises into third easily.
Farm boy, they call him. Tough kid.
Yep.
That was
strong.
Yeah, I was gonna say swing of hay bales there. Matt Varnett squares, trying to get a run. Omi decided to hold back up. Everybody's safe. Good choice.
Outstanding decision by Omi at third base. Confuses the defense here. You have your third baseman, Grebner, crashing on the bunt. But just that extra movement by Omi at third base forces them to hold on to the ball, puts it in his pocket. Runners on the corners.
They send the runner from first base. Now the throw to second. Back to the plate is high and not in time. First run for Kansas. Now we got another run down. Arnett got away, dives in. He was out of the baseline. Almost Houdini, but a run for Kansas.
Something positive here. We've seen this play on display as just a high throw at home allows Omi to slide right under it for the first run of the game for Pittsburgh.
Dylan Spencer realized he wanted a different bat.
I think he might have had the bigger version of the same bat. Realized it late.
He was like, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Maybe it was his bunting bat. Well, and you understand sending the runner there, you want to get a run. The one part of it for Kansas, down by now 5 runs, is you've now erased the base runner and given it out.
And definitely the perfect play to call on the stolen base to second base. Maybe a little too aggressive rounding second, as you see Dylan Spencer there. Got the shades on.
Swagged out. The T-ball photos. We have a T-ball photo from every kid in this entire regional. You could just put that up on the screen for the next couple of hours. I think people would be plenty entertained. Spencer did not go. Point down to first. He's earned a 3-2 count from Levi Roberts.
Good battle between Levi and Dylan here.
Fastball or off speed?
Fastball.
Inside, ball 4. Couldn't locate. Spencer has himself a walk. That's the first walk from Levi Roberts.
Number 6, Zach Brown.
Snap throw to first. That was a design play with Hodgson jumping in there. Zach Brown. First time we've seen Levi lose the zone a little bit.
Yeah. Pitch count getting up just a bit, 52.
Anything jump out to you about mechanics or anything like that?
Nothing really, maybe trying a little too hard, really efficient early, maybe more relaxed. Now some of the pressure being applied by Pittsburgh. There he is right there.
Facing Zach Brown, had 2 hits in Kansas's state championship game. And he leaves it out there. Back-to-back walks for Pittsburgh, Kansas. And now Dad calls time.
Well, we saw Maverick Arnett, the starter for Kansas, struggle when the second time through the lineup. Top of the lineup came through in the 3rd inning, scored 3 runs. Now we have the top of the lineup here coming through, second time through against Levi, and warrants a little trip to the mound and a chat with all the infielders.
You hear a lot about second time and third time through the order. When you played, what was different for you the second time you faced somebody?
Well, hopefully, depending on how aggressive you were in the batter's box, you got to see multiple pitches. I was never a guy that liked to take a lot of pitches, but if I had a chance to see a breaking ball, at least the curveball, and obviously the fastball, you can gauge the velocity, maybe had a good quality swing or even a hit, so that the second time through, you felt even more confidence. The game of baseball is predicated so much on confidence in the batter's box.
Crew Jacquino, foul. This is the second time that Crew Jacquino is seeing Levi Roberts. This is Kansas's most powerful hitter. The kind of kid who could give them one swing to get him right back in the game. He had a tuck you out of the way of that.
He had a big drive to center field in his first at bat.
It's out of play. Yeah, it took a ball deep to center field. Probably came up 5-10 feet short of a home run. 2-strike count, 2 men on. 1 run in. Crew on a hop into left field. That hit the lip and bounces for a single.
Excellent swing by Crew. Keeps his hands low. Nice quiet body. Drives it past the third baseman, Grebner. We go back to that play earlier. That the first out, the only out of this inning, was Maverick Arnett at second base in the pickle. Pittsburgh has something going. They could have more runs plated.
Triple, bunt single, walk, walk, single. That player talking about gave him the run. Ooh, called strike, 0-2 on Cohen Lundsey. Bases loaded. Lundy, foul. How about that move down to third base from Dylan Spencer? Now time called. Cohen Lundy's going to go walk down to his third base coach, Dad Bubba. Bubba was trying to yell something to Cohen before that last pitch. Cohen hadn't turned around and looked at him. So now we're going to have a dad-son chat here.
It's all right.
Coaching him for many, many, many years.
They're all wearing the same glasses, too. That's a... Got to stay cool.
He's up the glasses game, just to be clear. Dude, that's unreal. That photo is so good. Not saying he doesn't look cool now.
Oh, yeah.
He's had Dad's voice in his ear for all 12 years. Playing baseball for most of them. In a spot with the bases loaded in the regional. And he is in a 3-2 count. Pittsburg, Kansas in an elimination game with the bases loaded and 1 out. In play right side. That is through off the bat of Lundy. 1 run in. He talks to Dad. He plates a run.
Dad imparts some wisdom to his son, and he comes through in the clutch. A bases loaded RBI single with 2 strikes. Drive the ball opposite field, just past the second baseman, Logan Zilmer. Pittsburgh has something going here.
Minnesota's going to the bullpen. Kansas bats the tying run when we come back. Levi Roberts dominated first time through against Kansas. A little bit of trouble here in the 4th inning. And so Minnesota's gone to the left-hander out of the bullpen, Braden Blunt. Column B. Bases loaded, outside. Ball 1 to Jamison Wachter. 6-2 ball game. Tying run in the box for the boys from Kansas. In an elimination game in the Midwest region. And Dana, this is a hard thing to do. Show up, have to throw strikes.
Yeah. In a jam, less than 2 outs.
Jamison Wachter, one of the 7 kids that were on last year's Kansas team. Played in this region. Wachter in play left side. That gets through. Another run in. Nickels and dimes. 6-3 game.
This inning started off with Landon Omi with a triple from the bottom of the lineup, and now everyone has gotten that spark. Offense is clicking right now for Pittsburgh.
Andrew Akins cutting a miss.
How contagious that confidence can be. You see someone produce at the bottom of the lineup a triple to start this off.
Right side, another bouncing ball. This is a race to first base. Then Akins won. 6-4.
This is Logan Zilmer at second base, trying to out-hustle the batter there, and just gets there. The runner hustling out of the batter's box, Andrew Akins, the catcher, showing the speed down to first base.
Big cut and a miss. Ryder Gomez. Strike 2. Again, the only out in the inning, you said it a second ago, is the out that they intentionally ran into.
Yes.
In play, up the line, gonna be tough there to play. Go! Braden Blunt! They're gonna review it on a challenge. Totally get why.
Yep.
Let's see. I think he's out.
Well, this is a forced play at home. The swinging bunt again, but great defense. A cat off the mound. Ooh, from that angle, I might be convinced the ball in the confines of the mitt before the slide at home plate. Great concentration by Brady Young behind the plate. There you see Braden Blunt. Ooh, bang, bang play. For the listeners, the tie does not go to the runner.
No.
It is not a rule. It's something often said, but not a rule.
What a play by Blunt.
No.
Like, to have the presence of mind that he's the only guy who could get there, to get it and then not overhand fire it, but quick shovel. His catcher, Brady Young, stretching like a first baseman.
Not being fearful of the runner bearing down on him as a catcher. Everything done right.
Now this is telling the matchup angle here, and this is how they'll determine it. Let's see. He is on the plate there. Ball's in the glove. I think he's out. I think he's out.
You go out, I'm going safe.
All right.
How about that?
Call on the field was out.
And it's tough. Look at the umpire's positioning. He's in the only position he can be in, but he doesn't have the luxury of seeing when that ball is actually in the confines of the mitt. He's seeing the slide.
You might be right. That last frame that we just saw. Man. And what a call this is. The difference between 2 outs, 6-4 game, or 1 out, 6-5 game.
You will still have bases loaded even with 2 outs. Man, Braden Blunt coming off the mound to make a play, a potential shot down at home plate. Can appreciate that. Watch it one more time. That angle. Does that toe, the left toe, get in before the ball is in the mitt?
They'll match up all these angles you've seen just like we did, and that will paint a clear picture. I do think that in the replay center, they will get this right, because they are capable of, again, stitching all that together, even if one angle tells you something. Here comes the call. The call on the field was out, and he's out, stays out. And I think that's right. I can't, you know, it's obviously frustrating for Kansas, but that was a call on the field.
Yeah.
It was as close as it could be.
Yeah, but I think whichever call was made on the field was going to stay.
You're right. So score it 1-2. 2 outs, bases loaded. Still a 6-4 game. Now we got time called at the last possible second because the plate was still encased. Carson Farabi against Braden Blunt. The amazing quirk of this inning, if you include fielder's choices, all 9 hitters have reached at least first base.
Yes. Now Carson here, one of the tougher at-bats, or has the tougher at-bats on this team for Pittsburgh.
They've scored 4. We're right back in the game. Base is juiced 0-2. Tough at bat.
Yeah. He's gonna battle.
Carson Farabi, number 2. Derek Jeter fan. Off the end of the bat, on the left side, it's gone. Grevner is the inning for Minnesota, where Kansas gets 4. We got a ball game in the Midwest region. Little League big dreams all the way from Mizusawa Little League in Oshu, Japan. The one, the only, Shohei Ohtani. It's one thing to go two-way in Little League, another thing to do it for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Imagine how dynamic he was at that 12-year-old stage. Fast on the base pass, hitting bombs, throwing heat on the mound, just like he's doing at the major league level.
You'd have to think, like, could you imagine being the 12-year-old that steps in the box and it's Shohei Ohtani? It is cool, and you know what? I do think because of what he's done, not that it's remotely easy for any of these, but there are going to be kids that grow up wanting to be two-way players. As the bunt goes foul from Brits, because he's putting, and you talk to kids, like especially guys that are going through the minor leagues right now, where he's put this idea into the world that it can be done.
Yes. I truly believe, I call college baseball. I've done so for the last 16, 17 years, and I believe there are a lot of players. I remember watching guys like Jacob Cronenworth at Michigan, being a starting second baseman and the closer. And go through numerous names that are at the major league level or had really, really good college careers that were two-way players. Heck, even going a step further, guys that could play two sports at the college level. I think that's kind of gotten away from a lot of schools, a lot of colleges, you know, absorbing too much of the time of student athletes in one sport. But the athletes are just going to continue to get better. So to think that there won't be more athletes that would be able to play two sports or two positions would be ridiculous.
Braden Blunt, the batter, facing Ryder Gomez. Trying to get a bunt down. Again, got two high fastballs, and it's 0-2. Alongside Danon Hughes, two-sport star at the University of Iowa, drafted both to Major League Baseball and the National Football League. Played in the minors and then played in the NFL for the Kansas City Chiefs. As that gets away, and well, it's not a bunt, but job gets done. Brits down to second. What did playing two sports do for you for the other sport? Like, what did football do for baseball and vice versa?
I will tell you that I think the worst word in youth sports is specialization. I hate that word. I hate when I hear coaches or organizations preach it. They try to force kids to play one sport all year round, get lessons. I remember coaching my team and going and watching other teams throwing full speed in November off the mound. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, allow the kid to go play basketball, go play football, do something else, soccer, hockey, etc. But for me, it built toughness. Like, I always felt like, hey, if I can take a human being trying to decapitate me on the football field, a baseball coming at me is only going to hurt but so much. So you had more confidence in the batter's box. You see a strikeout there from Ryder Gomez to get the first out of the inning. And then just different agility, being able to have the side-to-side mobility from the football and basketball court, and then being able to apply those movements in center field or playing shortstop when I was this age as well. So there's so many benefits to playing multiple sports.
Wyatt Niska pulled back the bunt. Wyatt's a great example. He, like a lot of these other Minnesota players, is a hockey player. When the lakes freeze over, and you see that throughout Little League. That is the very cool thing about this tournament. A number of kids that play basketball, like you hear, oh, this kid's an unreal three-point shooter. Football player, he's a linebacker that hits guys. Slow curve found its mark. Back-to-back Ks, 4 for Ryder Gomez.
Ryder Gomez just has a great complement to that firm fastball. As you mentioned, the slow breaking ball just gets Niska out on his front foot, buckled in the batter's box.
At bat of the game here for Minnesota, just giving up 4 runs, 2-run game, 5th inning, 6th-inning game. Logan Zilmer's 2 for 2, top of their lineup. Big swing and a miss. Gomez has struck out 2 straight, 3 of the last 4. Going against Danon, the best contact hitter in the Minnesota lineup.
You can tell the energy has changed here. A lot of the momentum on the side of Pittsburgh, and part of the reason is because of Gomez.
Ball goes off the backstop, and on the wild pitch, Weston Brits at third. It's true. This was a lazy little game. It was 6-0 Minnesota. Kind of felt like you knew the end of the story. And then 4 from Pittsburg, Kansas. 3-1. Right by Zilmer. 3-2. High heat again?
Yeah, have to. I don't think you want to throw a curveball here.
Too high. So he walked Zilmer for the best hitter in the Minnesota lineup, Levi Roberts. Doubled back in the first, singled back in the third. He has 3 hits in the regional. Their 2-hitter, their starting pitcher, their star, takes upstairs. Let's see, he wants to swing.
Yep. What you may see, if he gets 2 strikes on him, you may see the runner at first base, Zilmer, try to get into that intentional pickle, run down to score that run to go back up by 3 runs. Even if you get thrown out, the run scores.
In play, bouncing towards short. They go the short way to end the inning. Crew Jacquino keeps playing a great shortstop. And Pittsburg, Kansas, and Ryder Gomez get the job done.
He delivers. Dashed outside. Welcome you back. Hope you've enjoyed the pretty pictures. You're in Whitestown, India. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Just in time, swing and a miss. Dylan Scheffelbein struck out by Braden Blunt. With all the momentum, Danum, on Kansas' side, this kid's comeback struck out 2 in a row.
Yeah, love to see that toughness on display out there for Blunt. And now he's back at the bottom of the lineup where all the magic started for Pittsburgh. Landon Omi, a triple in the last inning. Scored the first run of the game for Kansas. And try to get it started again with 2 outs.
That triple, Mahomes fan. There you go.
It's a good kid.
That triple changed everything. It was a game for Kansas. There had been nothing loud. He gap one. They scored 4 runs. And the good news for Kansas is that no matter what happens here, as they try to save their season, their top of the lineup is going to get to bat again in the game.
Yep.
And they're going to bat right now. Landon Omi has given them a triple and now a walk out of the 12th spot in their order.
And you always hear about that last batter in the lineup being like another leadoff batter, and Landon Omi has fulfilled in that role for Pittsburgh. Now, Maverick Arnett, it was the starting pitcher, drives one to right field.
He didn't mean to swing at it. And he's safe. Ty runs back on. 3 for 3 day for Mav Arnett.
Oh, excuse me, swing. He shrugs his shoulders there. Just finds the gap. Now the go-ahead run for Pittsburgh coming up to the plate.
Dylan Spencer, the 2-hitter, one of the fastest men in the region. Puts it in play left side. Going to be hard to get it out. The throw from short is end time. Deep in the hole. He gets it done. Roberts.
Yeah, the starting pitcher, Levi Roberts, transfers to shortstop and throws a strike to first base to end the inning.
For Kansas, 7 runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base, 16 pitches.
Well, hold your commercial break, because they're going to check it. Challenges left. Again, no reason not to on a very close play.
Dylan Spencer is one of the fastest players in this part of the country in Little League. And so, they are going to go over and take a look. Now, let's see. He looked out naked eye.
Initially, I thought the smarter play or the more sure play would be for Levi Roberts to go to third base to get the force out, but he opted to go across the diamond. An outstanding stretch there at first base by Hodgson. Yeah, I don't think there's any.
He's out.
Yeah, unless his foot is off the bag, which from this angle might be the case, but I don't think that was something that we saw initially. But the throw did beat Dylan Spencer.
Yeah, unless they can find some stitching of angles That shows he was off the bag. I mean, the throw unquestionably beat him. He caught it cleanly. What a crazy play by Levi Roberts in the hole.
Yeah, like I said, you can see it from this angle. Maybe going to third to Grebner would have been the easier play, but he made the hard look easy there with a strike thrown to first.
Another challenge for our volunteer umpiring crew. It's the end of the bottom of the 5th inning if the call stands and still a 2-run game. If it were overturned, you have to check the runner Omi to see if maybe he had come home. I think he would be on third base. Arnett would be on second. They'd have the bases loaded for one of their best hitters, their 3-hitter, Zach Brown. So it is once again a massive replay review in what is an elimination game in the Midwest region.
And they are taking a little bit more time than I initially thought that they would, which makes me believe that the focus may be on the foot of the first baseman and whether it was still engaged to the base. In this angle, you really can't tell. I mean, he's a full step. And that angle looks like he's still engaged with the bag there. Just can't tell.
We have not seen anything in the neighborhood of overturning this. And it doesn't mean that they can't find that, again, as they put these together, but the throw has them by a second. But they'll keep looking. 6th inning. We'll see Minnesota send 3, 4, and 5. There are a lot of a couple of Minnesota players that already have their helmets on. Like Wesley Hodgson is the next batter, and he's wondering if he's going to have to take his helmet off and go play first base. And all of Coon Rapids and Andover with that body language, hands on hips. Like, all right, this is really going a long time here. But you're right, every second that goes by, it makes you think that maybe they're finding something.
Yeah. At the same time, and looks like they've made a decision.
Call was out on the field, and yeah, he's still out. Let's go to the 6th in a 2-run game. Wesley Hodgson will lead off for Coon Rapids Andover Little League, the state champions of Minnesota. 6th inning of a 6-inning game, so it's top 9. Minnesota led this game 6-0. Pittsburg, Kansas scored the last 4 runs. And it's 3, 4, and 5 for a second time against the Kansas reliever Danon Ryder Gomez.
Been very impressed with Gomez since he's come in this game. Facing, as you mentioned, one of the more dangerous hitters in this lineup for Minnesota. Hodgson had a triple in his last at-bat. Nice aggressive swing to open up this one.
Those 2 pitches, that's been Ryder's deal, right? High fastball, buzz you, and slider away. Buzzed him. That's foul. Hodgson was early on that.
And there's such a stark differential between velocity of that fastball and breaking ball. Normally, even at the college level, when I call games for regionals or the Big Ten, see about a 17-mile-an-hour differential between fastball and changeup.
Oh, got the corner. Thought it had his ear. Instead, it had the plate.
The slow curveball from Ryder Gomez, his 5th strikeout. Look at that. Right on the inside part of the plate.
It's a reminder, too, in Little League, especially if you're 2 strikes, you got to find a way to swing the bat.
You think about that. The fastball, he's had a tendency of throwing up and in against right-handed batters and then breaks off the breaking ball right there. Mixes it up so well.
Count 1-1 on Brady Young. He's got an RBI double. Just out there. Kansas gave up 6 runs in the first 3 innings. And so when Ryder Gomez came in, line drive, right center, base hit. Brady Young, another good piece. He is 3 for 3.
Excellent, disciplined at bat for Brady Young and a drive to right center field. See him excited as the ball left his bat. Single in the first, double in the third, and now another single in the 6th.
When Gomez came into the game, they needed him to be basically perfect for them to have any shot in this game. And he has been right there. He's getting here this part of the lineup for Minnesota that's basically carried their entire offense. The Young single, you just talked about it. Now this kid, Rye Hammond, 2-run single back in the first inning, and he's in a 2-1 count. This kid hits the ball very far when he hits it. Rye Hammond. Hammond the Hammer. Two-two. Same pitch. Same result. It threw it down to first, and Young gets back. Inside corner on this again.
Same location. Such an effective pitch right there. It looks like it's coming at the ear of the right-handed batter, and Hammond just bails out. Breaks right into the strike zone. The inside part of the plate is owned by Gomez today.
And then some. Adam Grebner now. You got the kid who never strikes out, against a kid who's been striking just about everybody out.
One thing we know is you do not want to get behind against Gomez. That breaking ball so effective.
Minnesota trying to win, move on, play again tomorrow. In play, foul on the third base side. Now here you are in that 2-strike count. Minnesota team that scored 131 runs and allowed 26 between districts and states. Lost by just 2 runs in their first game. Man on first, the 1-2. That's out there, 2-2. I guess the question is, when does that curveball come towards that inner part?
If I was a betting man, I'd say right now.
Here we go. There it is, and he didn't get the call. What was different?
That was a little bit up in the zone.
You sure it's just Greffner's just a little shorter? Chase that one, ends the inning. Ryder Gomez did not mind. That curveball finished with a fastball. Last up's next for Kansas. Around the bases, the place to be. Little League Baseball Regionals with Around the Bases presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Whip around coverage every region. 1 to 9 on ESPN Plus with Matt Schick and Mike Rooney. Looks like we got some bombs. We got a ball off the wall. And I imagine in 1 second right here in the Midwest region where Coon Rabbits Andover Little League is 3 outs away from moving on in the elimination bracket against Pittsburg, Kansas. The count is 1-1 from the left-hander Braden Blunt. He faces Smith Petticourt, or who's in left field, that is. Pitch is outside, facing Zach Brown, Crew Jacquino, and Cohen Lundy. 3, 4, and 5 in the Kansas lineup. In play, right center field. That's a base hit for Zach Brown. These comeback Kansas kids. Leadoff man on.
What we know about Braden Blunt is he's not going to dance around the zone. He's going to still attack the bats. Give credit to Zach Brown, 3-hole hitter, getting things started for Pittsburgh.
Crew Jacquino, their best hitter. Their shortstop, their prettiest swing, and their home run kid.
Tie this game with 1 swing here.
high towards right. Niska in there for defense. One down. That's a huge hitter to get.
I'm going to give some love to Braden Blunt on the mound. Not afraid of the moments. Small in stature, but so effective on the mound. Tough.
They've needed every bit of him. Kansas scored 4 times in the 4th inning from down 6-0. Got a 6-4 game. Pittsburgh was here last year, J.L. Hutchinson Little League. They did not win a game. They had a bunch of 11-year-olds. Kids are a year older, worked all year on getting better and better to get another shot at it. They were down huge. They're back in the game. Count 1-2 on Cohen Lundy. And he grounds it to third and through. Single for Brown. Lundy on. Tying runs on base for Kansas in the 6th. Jamison Wachter takes strike 1. Jamison's dad, Russ, the manager last year. Russ lived all around the country, came back to Pittsburg, Kansas, because he said it was the best place to raise a family in this Little League crazed town. Bubba Lundy calls time to talk with Jamison. 2 men on, 1 out in the 6th inning. We've seen these last 2 outs now in 3 straight games be almost impossible to get.
This is why you come here. This is why it's so special of an experience. These kids battle to the final out.
Tying runs on base. 2-2.
Jamison's favorite player, Ellie De La Cruz. Favorite movie, Remember the Titans. A little bit football action there.
Cut and a miss on the breaking ball. Braden Blunt gets a strikeout, and Minnesota is 1 out away.
We praise Gomez's slow breaking ball, and there you see Braden Blunt with one of his own. Back foot, curveball. There it is again for the opening strike.
Williamsport dream for Kansas down to Andrew Akins. Minnesota 1 strike away.
You see Blunt walking around the mound. He's eager to get the ball back. Give me one of these balls so I can try to end this game right now. You love that attitude from Braden.
Trying to give his Little League their first regional win. Wait a little longer. Coon Rapids, Andover Little League in the Twin Cities. No balls and 2 strikes. It is on the corner to finish it off. Minnesota holds on.
Braden Blunt coming through. Uncle Charlie showing up in the 6th inning to secure the win for Minnesota. How about that?
What a game. What a day of baseball. Still 2 more to go on this field later on tonight. So Kansas valiant comeback falls just short, and Minnesota in a 6-4 win is moving on.
So we have it set for Monday, Minnesota and South Dakota. That's a 4 o'clock game. North Dakota and Wisconsin out of the elimination bracket in the Midwest region. What a game.
Yes.
Let's do it again tomorrow, Danon.
These kids are competing at the highest level. Love it.
Chris Damiani leading our outstanding crew. For Danon Hughes, Cooper Boardman, we'll talk to you at 4 o'clock from Whitestown, Indiana.